What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm unboxing a sneaker that I'm not personally excited for, but I know a lot of you guys are, so that's why I picked it up. That's not a great way to start a video, is it? And that sneaker, as you could probably tell from the thumbnail and the title, is the Lebron XVII. And I have nothing against LeBron sneakers, I have nothing against LeBron. I think he's obviously one of the greatest basketball players of all time. But I'm just not a huge fan of his shoes. I just feel like you ride way too high off the ground and I just don't need that much cushion. I'm a small boy, I don't need that. But I do have to say that technologically speaking, they are at the forefront of Nike basketball technology, and also aesthetically, I think they are actually a pretty good looking sneaker. So I grabbed a pair to unbox today. But before we get into the unboxing, I just want to let you guys know about a giveaway that I'm doing with Tony D2 Wild. We're actually giving away 2 pairs of Yeezys. I'm giving away a pair of the... I just did the review yesterday. What are these called? Citrins. I'm giving away a pair of Citrins brand new in a size 9, and Tony is giving away a pair of Lundmarks in a size 12. In order to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to Tony D2 Wild's channel, subscribe to my channel, and follow us both on Instagram. Then once you've done that, you have to go back to the original review of this sneaker and comment your Instagram handle. That'll enter you for this pair of Citrins, and then if you want to enter for his pair of Lundmarks, go over to his video where he announced his giveaway and comment your Instagram handle there. And of course, you can enter for both sneakers. You're probably not going to win both shoes, but you can enter for both. And if by the end of the video you need a refresher on how to enter the giveaway, I've linked all the links that you need and the instructions in the description below. But now that this is out of the way, let's jump right into the sneakers themselves. I hate this box. It's like it's asking to be stolen. It literally says, just do it. Just steal me on the front, right there. It's stupid. And inside we've got the Lebron 17 box. I do have to say that I like this packaging a lot. It's a really nice looking box. You've got black, you've got gold, it's metallic gold too, so it glistens a bit. You've got some gloss and semi-gloss printing on there, which is nice to provide some nice contrast on it. I believe this is the Lebron Future Air colorway, and it's called the Lebron 17 Limited White Tech Gray Quasar Purple. Never heard that word before. Oh, wait a second, hold up. The gloss actually creates the outline of a lion. You guys probably can't see it because I feel like you have to see it in person, but underneath the gold text there's the outline of a lion, which I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's look at these shoes. They're actually nicer in person than I thought. Huh. So these are the Lebron 17 Future Air. They are the first colorway to officially release through the sneakers app, and they're bright white and orange. Not even Lakers colors. I don't love the colorway, it reminds me of a creamsicle, but I do have to say that this sneaker looks a lot better in person than I expected. I really didn't think I was gonna like this shoe, and I still don't love it, but I think it's a much nicer shoe than I was giving it credit for in my head. So the upper of the Lebron 17 obviously comes in a white knit, and the interesting thing about this knit is that the front half is apparently just regular flyknit or battle knit, and the back half is actually made up of something called posite knit. I believe that's what it's called, and that's sort of an interesting, I guess, mix of foam posite and some kind of knit. Not sure how that works, but that's what they're saying. Oh, actually, according to this tab right here, it's not posite knit, it's actually Knitposite. I mixed up the words there, but same thing. It's interesting because it looks like you've got these little foam posite bubbles in the back surrounded by regular knit, and when you look up close, they feel very plasticky. But they also have the look of sort of a woven or spun knit. It's a really interesting combination. I do have to say that visually, I think this element is my favorite part of the shoe. I love the fact that they can actually knit in or weave in or posite in 2 different colors. I don't know if you guys have seen the Lakers colorway that's coming out in a few weeks, but the way that they wove in gold and purple into the heel of the sneaker looks so good. It's something that I've never seen done on a shoe before, at least not like that, and it looks incredible. So I definitely think that's my favorite part of the shoe. Now I don't know how that performs or how that helps when it comes to performance other than maybe providing a little bit more stability around the heel, but I think it looks great. The toe area feels like the knit on the Lebron 16s. It's definitely stiffer and not as flexible as regular flyknit. It feels like it has a lot more structure than regular flyknit. And I mean, overall, aesthetically, these do look pretty similar to the Lebron 16s. Obviously, there's some differences on the heel visually, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it definitely feels like an iterative update rather than a huge overhaul. Not that that's a bad thing, because I think the Lebron 16 was actually a great performance shoe, but it definitely seems like it's in the same family, which also is probably a good thing. Now, one thing I do have to say is that this iridescent panel running down the center of the tongue reminds me a lot of an old Florida man's visor. I don't know why. It just looks like something that an old person would be wearing on their head. I guess it is kind of cool because when you move it, you get a bunch of different colors sort of popping out at you, and you can see the lion emblem that's printed onto it, but there's something about this sheen and also this bright orange end to it that just looks so much like a visor. Not my thing, but to be fair, this is only on this colorway of the shoe and not on any of the other Lebron colorways. I think they have a different sort of sheath or cover or whatever this is on their tongue, so you don't have to deal with this on every shoe if you don't like it. I personally don't, but I know a lot of people do, so I can't hate on it that much. Something else that's kind of cool and different is that you've got this remove before launch, iridescent, actually see-through tag that's attached to the back of the sneaker, which is a nice sort of limited edition detail, I would assume. It's actually on both shoes, and I believe it's the same tag on both. I would assume if you're gonna play ball in these shoes, you would take this off before you play in them. Another detail that stands out a lot is this bluish, greenish, I guess it's iridescent, backwards facing Nike swoosh, which is something that they seem to be doing a lot with the LeBron models. I actually like that detail a lot. I think it really adds to the heel of the shoe. In between the midsole and the upper, it actually looks like your TPU heel counter extends all the way down to almost a forefoot of the shoe, which I've never really seen done before. I guess it provides more stability. You're not gonna sort of slide out of the knit. It doesn't go all the way down to the forefoot on the medial side. It ends right in the midfoot, but it should still provide you a lot of good stability, which I think is a nice touch. Inside the shoe, you've got a shoe tree. And then you've also got a pretty heavily padded orange sock liner that seems to go all the way up to the edge, which is a really nice touch. The insole of the shoe also comes in orange with what looks like the, I guess, specifications of the Air Max unit in the heel and the Air Zoom unit in the forefoot, which is an interesting touch. I think I'm gonna go try these on really quick and see how they fit, and I'll let you guys know. Sizing wise, these do seem to fit a little bit tight, and I'm sure if you're playing ball in them, they'll break in really nicely, so you might want to go true to size. However, if you're wearing these casually, maybe a half size up, because they were kind of a bummer to get on. Otherwise though, they're comfortable. They felt pretty good on feet. The Air Max unit felt like an Air Max unit, and they were really nicely padded, so I appreciated that about them. But speaking of the Air Max unit, you do have a giant Air Max unit, pretty similar to what you have on the Air Max 270s, 720s. I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't really love the way it sort of feels on the heel of your foot, but it's not a bad feeling, and if you need that sort of extra cushion, like if you're a huge dude like LeBron, it makes a lot of sense why you would have this. In the forefoot, you do have some Air Zoom units, which is pretty similar to what you've had on previous LeBrons. They don't compress as much as the Air Max unit does, which I wouldn't expect them to, but they're nice to have if you're a big dude and you come down hard on your forefoot, but I don't really do that. Also, the outsole rubber is pretty interesting too because it comes in this sort of semi-translucent blue iridescent kind of color. It reminds me a lot of what they did on the first pair of PGs, the PG ones. It's a nice look. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's just, you know, a different sort of detail. So overall, the Lebron 17 is definitely a performance basketball shoe. It's something that you could wear casually, like every performance basketball shoe on the market, but do you really want to? I'm not sure. I personally don't, but I do know a lot of people who are huge LeBron fans and will wear anything he puts out, especially special editions like this Future Air colorway. For me personally, I don't know if I'll be keeping these. I don't really love the colorway. I don't really love the feel of them. They're a little bit too tight for me, but it's definitely not a bad shoe. It feels like it will be a beast on court. If you love the Air Max cushioning, you're gonna love this shoe because it's definitely there. The knit felt fine on foot. It definitely felt like there was a little bit more support because of this slightly harder posit knit or Knitposite on the heel. And to be honest, aside from the tightness, it is a comfortable shoe. If you're looking to pick up a pair of Lebron 17s for yourself, they do cost $200, so they are one of the more expensive Nike basketball sneakers on the market. Presumably probably because I did put a lot of tech into this shoe, which I get. This colorway unfortunately is sold out, so if you're trying to grab this, you're gonna have to pay resale, but there are a lot of other pretty decent colorways dropping in the very near future. But now I would love to know your thoughts on the LeBron 17 Future Air and some of the upcoming colorways, so let me know in the comment section down below. Of course, don't forget to enter the giveaway that I'm doing for a couple pairs of Yeezys with Tony D2 Wild. Again, the instructions are in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.